Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video, a very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm going to talk about the Dow Jones once again. I'm going to tell you all how the Dow Jones could behave in the next week. That is from the 12th of February 2024 until 16th of February 2024. You know, last week I had given you all a prediction for this week from 5th to 9th of February 2024, and those predictions of mine were superb, were excellent. I'll tell you how those predictions of mine were superb, were excellent. My predictions was kind of accurate last week. I mean the predictions which I made for this week. By this week I mean from the 5th of February 2024 until 9th of February 2024. Well, the range which I had given you all for this week from 5th to 9th of February 2024 was 38,171 and 38,895. And during this week, the Dow Jones on the lower side touched a level of 38,220. The lower end of the range which I had given you all was 38,171. And the Dow Jones touched a level of 38,220. So I missed the target by just 50 points. The higher end of the range which I had given you all was 38,895. And this week Dow Jones touched a level of 38,748 on the higher side of the range. I had said 38,895 and the Dow Jones this week touched a level of 38,748. I missed the target by 150 points. The important thing to note here is that the range which I had given you all for the Dow Jones for this week, the Dow traded during this week within that range. Well, I had also told you all that the Dow Jones could remain from flat to negative this week. And on the 9th of February 2024, you saw the Dow closing almost flat. On the 2nd of February 2024, the Dow closed at a level of 38,654 and the Dow Jones this week on 9th of February 2024 closed at a level of 38,671. I had told you all that the markets could remain from flat to negative this week. And the Dow Jones closed almost flat. The Dow closed at a level of 38,654 on the 2nd of February 2024. And on the 9th, it closed at a level of 38,671. So I missed the target by around 18-19 points. Well, this is the kind of astrological and numerological predictions I have been giving y'all. I have not given this kind of predictions for the first time. I have done this several times in the past, probably hundreds of times. I have predicted about the stock markets and stocks quite successfully in the past, and with God's grace and mercy, I will continue to give you all predictions like these in the future as well. Well, I not only predict about the stock market, I can also predict about you, your future, your business, your career, your job, your relationships, your love relationships, your romantic relationships, your marriage, your married life, your children, your property, your education, etc., etc., etc. And I not only can predict about you, I can also give you a solution to your problem. This is important. Solving your problems so that you can live the best version of yourself. Well, where there is life, there are problems. And if you aren't able to overcome a certain problem, a certain difficulty in your life, if you aren't able to overcome your hurdles, barriers and obstacles in your life, then I can give you a solution to that. Like thousands of people, you can also benefit from this solution of mine. This solution is a fusion of astrological, spiritual and Vastu remedies. Well, now let me start predicting about the Dow Jones for the next week. My prediction for Dow Jones for the next week is that the Dow Jones could trade from flat to negative next week. That is from the 12th of February 2024 until 16th of February 2024. It could trade from flat to negative next week. I am not saying that it cannot go above that level of 38,671. It can go above that level of 38,671 where it closed on the 9th of February 2024. But there is a strong possibility of the Dow Jones closing below that level of 38,671 in the next week. Well, I want to remind you all that never in your life take a trade based on my videos, based on my predictions, based on my range of the Dow Jones. Never take a trade in the stock market. Never do that. Never in your life. Now I want to give you all a range of the Dow Jones for the next week. My range of the Dow Jones would be that the Dow Jones could trade between a level of 38,188 and 39,161 in the next week. And when the markets close next Friday, that is the 16th of February 2024, you could see the Dow Jones trading above a level of 38,262. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here is something else for y'all. Well, if the Dow starts to trade below a level of 38,111 in the next week for 90 minutes or more than 90 minutes, 1.5 hours or more than 1.5 hours, then you can easily assume that the Dow Jones has turned bearish and it could fall another 150 to 200 points in the next week. If it starts to trade below that level of 38,111 and if the Dow Jones starts to trade above that level of 39,171 for 90 minutes or more than 90 minutes, 1.5 hours or more than 1.5 hours, then you can easily assume that the Dow Jones has turned bullish and it could gain another 150 to 200 points from that level of 39,171. Well, this is my prediction for the next week, and here I want to end my video. God bless y'all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.